conic section or whatever we have discussed, ps square is equal to e square pm square, the locus of that point that we received, the equation that we got from there can be again simplified to get a 2-degree general equation. And what is that 2-degree general equation? Ax square plus 2hxy plus by square plus 2gx plus 2fy plus c is equal to 0. We have already discussed this equation in your circles also and in your pair of straight lines also. And this equation will keep giving you different conics depending upon the values of a, b, h and the discriminant of this quadratic of this 2-degree general equation. Now see, this 2-degree equation will represent a pair of straight lines if the value of delta, which is given by ABC plus 2 times FGH minus AF square minus BG square minus CH square is equal to 0. So if delta becomes 0, in that case you get pair of straight lines, which you have already discussed in your straight lines chapter. So delta is equal to 0 represents your pair of straight lines. And when delta is not equal to 0, in that case you get the different conics, which are circle, parabola, ellipse and hyperbola. Now coming to the next part, which is when delta is 0 and h square is equal to AB. Now there is an additional condition, and what is that additional condition? That h square is equal to AB. So along with delta equal to 0, if you get h square is equal to AB, in that case you get parallel straight lines. If delta is 0 and the value of a plus b is coming out to be 0, in that case you get perpendicular straight lines. And if delta is equal to 0 and h square is less than AB, in that case you get a point. Now coming to the part where delta will be non-zero. In the same general 2-degree equation, if delta becomes non-zero, you get different conics. Now let us see that how will you get different conics. How from a general 2-degree equation will you identify that the conic is a parabola, ellipse or a hyperbola. So now see, if delta is non-zero, a is equal to b, that means the coefficient of x square is equal to the coefficient of y square, and the value of h is equal to 0. That means there is no term of x into y. In that case, what do you get? You get a circle. And in your circles chapter, you have already discussed that the general equation of circle is given by x square plus y square plus 2gx plus 2fy plus c is equal to 0. Why is the equation like this? Because over here the coefficient of x square and y square is same, which is equal to 1, and there is no term of x into y. So this represents the general circle. So for a circle, delta should be non-zero, a should be equal to b and h should be equal to 0. Similarly, for a parabola, delta should be non-zero and h square should be equal to ab. For an ellipse, delta should be non-zero, h square should be less than AB. For hyperbola, delta should be non-zero and h square should be greater than the value of a into b. Coming to the fifth and the last part, which is a rectangular hyperbola. Rectangular hyperbola is not asked that much in your JEE exams, but still it is a part which you must remember in case there is any question. Okay, so if delta is non-zero and the value of h square is greater than AB, then we know that it represents a hyperbola. But along with this, if you get a plus b also equal to 0, that means the coefficients of x square and y square add up to give you 0. In that case, you get a rectangular hyperbola. So this is how a 2-degree general equation will give you different values or will give you different conic sections depending upon the values or the things that you are making in changes that you are making in the value of h, a, b. Okay, so in general, the first thing that you have to check is the discriminant of that 2-degree general equation. If the discriminant comes out to be 0, it is a pair of straight lines. If the discriminant comes out to be non-zero, in that case you get different conics that we have just discussed.